And Choupo-Moting's strike partner is a player not half his age in 17-year-old Julian Hall. The Red Bulls seek to avenge a loss in South Florida back in May. Luis Suarez gets us started on a perfectly comfortable summer evening at what is now Sports Illustrated Stadium, underway in Harrison, New Jersey.
Into Miami at the moment, just wanting to play out from the back and then leaving so many gaps when they lose the ball.
Forsberg across, Donkor lays this off, Sofo needed more on the shot.
Finds himself in a really good position here. I think he could have afforded to have a couple of more touches, then just to either drag Alba in or take the strike himself. But once field, he finds himself in a really good position here. I think he could have afforded to have a couple of more touches, then just to either drag.
Played back for Ella. He'll give it a go. Took a deflection on the way out for a Red Bulls corner.
But once again, Inter Miami and one of the most experienced players on the pitch giving the ball away in Alba. And Red Bulls, like I say, Sandro Sforza would be absolutely delighted with the start that they've made to the game. And Inter Miami, you can just still feel there's a sense of tiredness within this group. Some sloppy passes really early on in this game.
This is their 9th game in all competitions in the last 36 nights. Emil Forsberg with the Red Bulls. First corner of the evening. Into the mixer, takes the deflection, it's in! Alexander Hack! And in the opening quarter hour, the Red Bulls energy, the Red Bulls press, and ultimately the set piece leads to a 1-0 lead.
No one's protecting Rios Novo, so he can come out and claim the ball. So he ends up going through a number of his own players. The goalkeeper has to do better, but the Red Bulls get a number of players in there. You just see it's between Hack and Redondo who it comes off. We'll see it clearer here. You just see at no point is the goalkeeper been afforded room. Hack does really well in those situations when you know the Red Bulls are going to go and commit so many men forward and get around Rios Novo.
Off the back of Busquets, and here's Miami.
Yeah, he just got it wrong. He was trying to find Sofo. He made a good run on the right wing.
Sergio Busquets. Messi again. The return from Suarez. Lionel Messi, what a ball! Here's Alba shooting, tie game! Oh, that was gorgeous. Jordi Alba with the finish. Messi. The magnificent setup, and we are tied at 1.
But in this situation, it's a bad thing. Messi picks the ball up, and then just watch the movement of Sofo. Alba is with him now. Sofo, for one split second, he switches off. That's it, game over. And how many times have we seen Messi to Alba, Alba to Messi? In these scenarios, you have to have your defensive hat on. Sofo doesn't, and by the time he's able to react, it's in the back of the net. But brilliant play from the best player to ever play the game, and he plays it to one of the greatest ever left backs. And the end result is that Inter Miami find themselves level.
For Jordi Alba. Foul is against Ronald Donkor, and a set piece coming up for Inter Miami. Weigand on the restart. This is Redondo. Back to Falcone. Starting with a third different center back partner in the last 3 games. Maxi Falcone has been the constant back there. It was David Martinez. It was Tomas Aviles in the previous 2. Let's watch Luis Suarez across from Messi. Lionel Messi again. Alba poked in. This time Coronel got only a piece of it, and Miami's got 2. Segovia was there.
Once again, and you don't want to single anybody out. We know how good a player Sofo is, but once again he just ends up switching off. He's in a good position now. Suarez goes inside him, but now he loses all idea of where Alba is. He's never side on. That enables Alba then to get the ball, and it's a combination of Segovia and Nealis, and the ball ends up in the back of the net. But Inter Miami, they get the leveler, and then they take the lead once again, Alba and Messi in the back of the net. And I think Coronel, he'll be disappointed. The form that he's in, the goalkeeper that he is, he'll be disappointed that ended up in the back of his net, that is for sure.
It's Telesco Segovia's 6th goal in the league. Uphill climb for them to get to the World Cup. Here's Suarez looking for more. Luis Suarez. Messi, who's feeling it now. Lionel Messi! Oh, that took a dangerous deflection. It goes wide.
Still control at the minute, Red Bulls, and Inter Miami. When you have players likes of Messi, he is such a good player. He's going to have a wonderful career. But Alba at the moment is showing how left backs can go against right wing backs or right wingers.
Flicked by Hall, Choupo-Moting, tripped up by Falcone. He wins the free kick.
Now this is an interesting yellow card because Falcone, he's going to find himself coming up against Choupo-Moting, against Hall, against Forsberg and against Sofo. He's going to have to be very, very mindful going forward for the rest of this game. Just see, Choupo-Moting just gets there before him. It's just a late challenge from Falcone. Not only a yellow card for Falcone, but a promising position for Forsberg as well.
And Maxi Falcone will miss Miami's next game in the league because of that yellow card. He's been indispensable in the back four in this recent stretch. They have a big game at home against Cincinnati next Saturday. That's the one he would have to sit.
Yep, that's a huge one, especially with the lack of centre-backs they have at the moment.
Back to the here and now. Rocco Rios Novo will set the wall in front of him. Emil Forsberg, so dangerous on set pieces. And this has been Miami's Achilles heel, has it not? Defending these set pieces. Red Bulls already have scored on a corner tonight. Forsberg going for goal, sends it high.
He always had it covered, Rios Novo. See, he gets it over the wall. Just doesn't come down quick enough to trouble Rios. Just watching Messi out of possession. He's got the understanding that Red Bulls are playing with wing backs, and at the last minute just drifts over to that space that's been vacated primarily by Edwards on the left-hand side of Hack as well. He knows where that space is, but he's staying in an offside position. And as a defender, it's so difficult to mark players like that because you don't want to drop, because you're going to make sure then that he's onside. But more importantly, you don't see Messi until the last second, and it's so difficult to play against. I remember playing against Raul, who was at Real Madrid at the time, and he was the absolute best at being offside for 89 minutes of the game. But when it mattered, he got himself into position.
The body looks like it's stationary. The mind is not. Here's Segovia off the pass from Messi. Segovia shooting. Saved by Coronel.
And you just see Ayla straight away. Sofo is a little bit confused at the moment because he knows what he wants to do attacking-wise. But when the ball is against him, he has to become a fullback. And Ayla's just saying to him he needs to get back. There's too many spaces in those areas.
Ball. Added time is presented by Audi, and the fourth official has shown us 5 minutes of added time. They'll leave it for Forsberg. His shot off the side of the net. Got a rise out of the crowd. Didn't miss by much. Play is brought to you by T-Mobile.
Yeah, he gets it around the wall, but
after a successful Leagues Cup 2023 run with Inter Miami, he was subbed on in the 60th minute of his first game in the league, and wound up scoring in a 2-0 Miami win. What an introduction to North America it was at the time, after Messi scored 10 goals in 7 Leagues Cup games before he even debuted in the league. Allende, Redondo, Busquets. Going long for Messi. It falls for Redondo. Federico Redondo. Will he get a second chance at it? Still Redondo. Red Bulls need to get this out of harm's way. Instead, Segovia pounds it home. Miami makes it 3.
They get forward. Red Bull, they've got the players back, but nobody takes control. Nobody is able to clear the danger. And they just rang off the box. And it was Segovia that was there to put the finishing touches in. But you just see this initial ball. Red Bulls have got so many players back, but none of them can get the job done. None of them can clear the danger. Give credit to Redondo. He keeps it alive. And then Segovia, he doesn't go for the power. He just goes for the placement. And it's wonderful. He uses Hack And that means that Coronel's going to be unsighted. Nothing he can do about it.
Halftime whistle now. They won't allow the throw. Well, a lot to unpack. Red Bulls will get us started. It was, of course, just 3 nights ago in this stadium. They owned the second half. A come-from-behind win over New England. They trailed by 2 at halftime in that game as well. And we have Eludes Segovia. Good touch by Edwards. He'll continue on, trying to race past Weigand. Raheem Edwards puts the brakes on, works it across. Choupo-Moting got a head to it, takes a deflection, and now referee Victor Webos waves the whole thing off.
Hands up on the floor, but great play from Edwards. A lovely ball in as well. You see Choupo-Moting finds himself in space.
Coming for the Red Bulls now. Dennis Youngor comes into the match to replace Julian Hall. He had a nice 55-minute run out tonight. Doncor on a yellow is being removed. He's subbed out. Wiki Carmona comes in, the Venezuelan, to take his place. First subs for either side tonight. All the goals back in the first half. Red Bulls had the first. Inter Miami, 3 unanswered. Rios Novo on the ball. Intercept by Edelman. Quickly ahead. Forsberg. Sofo taken off his foot. Well done. That was Redondo in the right space. And gathered by Alba.
I think if you look at the substitutions in particular for Doncor, he was on a yellow card, then he fouled Messi once again. Just wonder whether it was next one. Could have been possibly getting a second yellow. Red Bulls find themselves down to 10 men.
Emil Forsberg gives it a go and just missed.
They're getting their chances, and what they're doing, they're pressing high once again. They're winning the ball back in Inter Miami's half. And Forsberg, you see what he said, they scored 5 goals in the second half midweek against New England.
Starting to control play a bit in this stretch of the second half. First involvement here for Youngor. The Norwegian, one of the 2 subs coming on. The matchday scores are presented by AT&T. The matchday live scores. Charlotte has roared back to take a lead against Atlanta. Columbus has found the goal against DC. It's now 2 for Chicago. Orlando has a lead against the Revolution on the road. Philadelphia Union own the lead in the Supporters' Shield standings. They have a lead on the road in their game tonight. Later on, highlighted by El Trapico, LAFC is the host team against the LA Galaxy. Philadelphia with a 1-point lead over Cincinnati in the East. And here's Javier Mascherano's side trying to inch closer to the top of the overall table. Nealis finds it a second time. Played back Maxi Falcone. Jordi Alba is chased back.
See, Sofo now, he's joined Choupo-Moting up front with Youngor, just coming more to this right side position.
Redondo looks to break the pressure. Errant pass. Red Bulls will have it again. Taking some momentum back in the game, but still needing 2 to level. Miami team that most would agree suspect defensively in the early portion of the season. That was corrected to some degree as the year went on. Busquets, beautiful ball ahead. Here's Messi bearing down on Coronel. Lionel Messi. His 17th of the year.
You're chasing the game. And this certain individual gets on the ball, and I'm not talking about Messi, I'm talking about the man in possession of the ball now, Busquets. What a ball! Like a hot knife through butter to Messi, and Messi does the rest. He sits down Coronel and then just puts the ball into the back of the net. And just when you think you're getting yourself back into the game, one of the greatest ever midfielders plays the ball to the greatest ever, and he finds the back of the net, and doesn't he make it look so easy? He puts Coronel down, and that could be potentially Red Bulls down. What a counter-attack, what a pass, and what a finish.
This now mirrors, gets by Hack, Messi across, Redondo dummied it into Miami with a shot off the foot of Suarez, who can't buy one lately. Easy save by Coronel.
Yeah, they're turning it on at the moment. Messi's finding more space.
Steps up to make a play, but it falls here for Segovia. Referee rules advantage, taken here by Segovia again. Jordi Alba. Segovia working on a 2-goal performance tonight. Weigand again. Busquets finds Messi. Messi a second time. The return from Suarez. Luis Suarez on it again. Shooting fired wide. Sent Coronel diving.
Yeah, they have, but it's just the link up. When you look at Suarez, you know, he takes the initial shot, somehow able to find space.
Alba to swing this ball out. Messi back to get it. Now Kremoski. So is the damage. 2 goals for him. He comes out for Yannick Bright. Lujan, successful return to the starting 11. He comes out for Aviles. Sofo will be subbed out for Victor Bogac, and Peter Stroud for Edelman for the Red Bulls. 2 subs for each side in that window in a 4-1 game. Stroud trying to regain a more regular role with the side. Carmona trying to run onto the loose ball. Messi waiting on it, but poked off his foot. Jordi Alba racing ahead. Kremoski with relatively fresh legs. Suarez to work it across. Messi again. Oh my! A bonanza brace.
The pass from Suarez, though, it's a defender's nightmare. It's that type of ball which makes you think that you can win it when you've got no chance of winning it. And because Sean Nealis thinks he can win it, it takes him out of the game. What a ball. Messi first touch, then it's in the back of the net. But the pass from Suarez, you will not see a better pass all weekend. Magnificent. And Inter Miami have turned it on this evening. Unbelievable between the two of them. Suarez to Messi, back of the net once again. What an accomplished performance from Inter Miami with attacking intent. Every time they go forward, they look like they're going to score, and inevitably
takes the Golden Boot lead for the time being. We'll keep an eye on Surridge and others as the night progresses. But for Inter Miami, which was slow out of the gate, conceded the first goal tonight, took the lead by halftime, and then ran away with it here in the second half. Final moments, Victor Rivas blows the whistle. Inter Miami bounces back in a big way. They win it tonight 5-1.